What's up, otakus? It's your tour guide here. This is a video you don't want to miss. We got a little bit of everything. Today, we hit up 3 comic book shops. I got uh, 3 packages in the mail. We're going to unbox them. Okay. And we have a huge 30-book haul. I think we picked up maybe 31 or 32 books. And we paid $60. Again, we got paid today. I put off some of the orders I have on hold for my next paycheck, so that helped out a lot. And I didn't want to spend too much, right out of the gate, so I just uh, got about $80 out, but I only spent 60. And we'll go over what we picked up. So the day started out, we went to our local LCS, the older gentleman at Kirkland, Belkirk Coin and Stamp. And we actually had a good, I feel like he's warming up to me. I remember last time I was complaining that his service wasn't very friendly. But today I came in, smiling, and I asked him, how he was doing, and it was good to see him again. And he kind of smiled and said, "Yeah, welcome." And after some digging, he did give me a little bit of a discount, um, which was, better than previous. So I guess we're making a little bit of progress. But we went there. We spent about $35 there, and we'll go over what we picked up. And then we went to Mill Geek Comics, and we spent exactly $10. Um, they have 50-cent bins, and normally we pick up books for 50 cents a pop. But there was so much in Mill Geek bins today. I I maxed out. So they have, $10 you can get 25 books. I got 25 books for $10. I had to leave a lot of stuff there. It probably will, some of it might remain there, but I picked up basically all the good stuff I picked up. I left some of the Jim Lee stuff because I know that's something that can, be picked up later. So we'll go over the Mill Geek Comic Hall. And then I hit up Subspace Comics. Uh, and I felt obligated because I had to use my phone. When I got in, I had to use my phone. I had left my phone at Mill Geek, and I had to use their phone to call to verify that they had my phone. And the lady let me do it, let me use her phone. And so I felt obligated to pick up something with the $20 remaining that I had. And we picked up one thing, and it's a big book, a book I don't run into all that often. So picked it up. I think I paid a little, overpaid for it a little bit, but it's still a great book. It's a book I've been wanting. It's still in the original format. So went ahead and picked up. So we're gonna get to all of it. But I'm gonna preface. So we're gonna start off with my 50-cent pickups. Again, this was 25 books for $10, so less than 50 cents per book. In fact, I don't know what it works. I think it's 25 cents per book at that rate. What is it? 10 divided by 25. I think it's 40 cents then. Yeah, 40 cents. We paid 40 cents per book. And I'm going to preface the haul with this book. This was a 4-issue series by Frank Miller and John Romita Jr. Back in the 90s. I must have read this a gajillion times. I love this series, and it really gave me my introduction to Daredevil. Uh, I had read Daredevil as a little kid, the Frank Miller stuff, um, the Bullseye stuff. I had read that and I was just like, wow, this is great. But I hadn't really sustained my interest in the character, and I didn't know the origin or backstory of Daredevil. I didn't know why he had the powers that he did, um, which was just the ability to have all his senses work for him. Like he could see without his senses were super heightened so that he could actually see things. Um, but yeah, again, this John Romita Jr. Frank Miller series really was a favorite of mine. And I hadn't really focused in on collecting Daredevil until today. I mean, I couldn't leave all this newsstand John Romita Jr. Daredevil goodness sit there, so picked it all up. So I picked up Daredevil 261 newsstand. These are all in the VF range. Nothing like spectacularly mint, and nothing spectacularly like low grade or mid grade, but they're all in the VF range. Um, Again, 40 cents. I mean, in terms of value, this might outdo my recent dollar bin or dollar sale pickups. 40 cents a pop. I mean, these are definitely, I think, have uh, as much value as that dollar. I would have picked up these books for a dollar too. I mean, the 40 cents makes it all the more special. Newsstand 262. So we had 261, 262, 263. Great John Romita Jr. covers here. All newsstand. Again, just really lucked out. Got the got the fresh pickings from Mill Geek today. And man, were those bins packed with goodness today. You're gonna see everything I picked up. 265, 266. Start to get into 267. I recently picked up 268 the direct, but now I have the 268 the newsstand edition. Great Daredevil cover there. Another just classic John Romita Jr. Daredevil cover in 271 and 272. So there you go. There's your fill of Frank Miller and John Romita Jr. Daredevil. Again, uh, these two put out that book in the 90s. John Romita Jr. was doing Daredevil in the 90s, and this just hits that nostalgic place for me in terms of the images and the stories. So, very pleased with those pickups. We're going to continue on now. This is a John Byrne cover, an X-Men cover, but it's a John Byrne classic X-Men cover. Beautiful Jean Grey and a mini skirt there. This is Classic X-Men 43, and if there are more John Byrne Classic X-Men covers to be picked up, I will do so. But this one just had a classic sort of cover and look to it. I love Classic X-Men, so we picked it up for 40 cents. This was also 40 cents. X Factor 37. Just love that Madeline Pryor cover. This one by Walt Simonson. Yeah, X Factor was knee deep in the Inferno as well. Wolverine 85. This is the first artwork by Jay Lee in a comic. Jay Lee's first artwork is featured in Marvel Comics Present. That makes this a key issue. This is just a great cover by Sam Keith. So very happy with that pickup, 40 cents. And then there was a lot we picked up. There was some newsstand Silvestri Wolverines. Okay, so we picked all those up. we picked up 36. Great cover there, Silvestri. We picked up 37. Another great Silvestri cover. We picked up 38. All for 40 cents. Newsstand 90s. Wolverine. Goodness. 52. Love this cover right here. It's just a beautiful Silvestri cover. All newsstands. We got the Wolverine 53. Mojo on that cover. Yellow suit. We got 59. Logan looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger there. Terminator. A little Terminator vibes. That I don't think this is a Silvestri cover, but add it to the run. So we picked up some Wolverine. Again, all of these books up to this point, everything was 40 cents. $10, 25 books for $10. We're going to keep it going here. We picked this one up also for 40 cents. Superman, Man of Steel, #1. This is a key first issue. Just love that cover. It's a great cover. We also have DC versus Marvel Comics #3. This is, I think, the first battle between a bunch of DC and Marvel characters. Makes it very, it's a collectible. You've also got this great cover. I think it's a Jurgens cover. Maybe I think it's a Jurgens cover. I'm not sure. But yeah, just a great book to have. 40 cents. Picked up these 2 Silver Age classics. I just kind of dig these. They're reprints, but they have the covers on them, so they're kind of like you have the sort of the Copper Age facsimiles of these classic books. So we picked up Detective Comics 225 and Detective Comics 327. Looking like those Silver Age issues, as it says on the top, Silver Age Classics. We picked up the newsstand copy of this Batman Ballin cover, beautiful Ballin cover, and this was, I think, the book of the 50 cent haul. Yeah, this is definitely the book of the 50 cent haul. We've got this Batman versus Superman variant cover for Justice League of America #9, and it's this Jim Lee variant of Batman versus Superman. Oh, man, does that look intense. Love it already. Love it. Love this Jim Lee. Got it for 40 cents. So that alone, this Mill Geek haul alone has just made my day. We picked up so much value in this haul for $10. It's quite. I just don't have words to express like how productive that trip was to Mill Geek. We're not done. We still got some 50 centers to show off. As you know, this is I have a copy of this. I picked up another. This is actually a very high grade copy. My other one I have on the back here. You can see how dingy and kind of this is probably, I would say, in the fine. But this one is definitely like in the high grade, near mint. Definitely a near mint candidate. Very white also. Just kept in absolute pristine shape. It might get an 8.5. I see some spine ticks here on the spine, but either way, it's high grade. And as you know, this is Jim Lee's first interview in comic books, and Jim Lee really outlines how we got the interview at Marvel and the whole situation. So it's really Jim Lee's origin story, and so I don't mind having another copy of Jim Lee's origin story interview. And this is really, if you're a Jim Lee collector, an issue you have to go get. It's his first, again, interview in comic books. Very intriguing interview, and it sets up his run on the Punisher War General with Carl Potts. So significant book. All right. This. Okay, let's get into what I picked up now at Kirkland, Belkirk. Or actually, let's start. Well, yeah, yeah. Let's go move now to the books I picked up um, at Kirkland, Belkirk, Coin and Stamp. We're gonna go there. But before I do, I got one more 50-cent book to show off. And I mentioned that the Jim Lee variant cover was the book of the haul um, from the 50 cent. I think either this one or this one. And in fact, I'm gonna save this one because this is just it's a beautiful book. I love this artist. He's definitely one of the more talented artists from the era I was collecting. This is a VF copy that's got some spine ticks, some issues, but for the most part, uh, it looks great. And one thing I do want to mention with this one is we found it in the 50-cent bins, but it definitely has a lot more value than. So this technically could qualify as our book of the haul as well. Um, I just yeah, I'll just show you what it is. No more beating around the bush. We got Sabretooth #1, and this was just such. Sabretooth was so big because Wolverine was so big. And Sabretooth was really kind of, for me, reading Wolverine in the late 80s, such a pivotal character to Wolverine's backstory, to Wolverine's present. Um, Not so much now, I think, but definitely back in the 80s, it was enough for him to get his own comic book, and that's what we have here, his first solo series. And I have a sign. I got this for 40 cents, guys. 40 cents. I picked up a signed copy, Mark Teixeira, Dynamic Forces. It's a COA as well. This is 2,405 of 10,000 signed copies by Mark Teixeira for Sabretooth #1. Yeah, this could probably qualify as the book of the 50-cent haul. I do love that Jim Lee cover though, but I think the signed book, Teixeira signed book, this is a great book. It's in beautiful condition. Just ecstatic with that pickup. All right, now we're gonna shift. That was all the stuff we picked up at Mill Geek. We spent $10 on that. Okay, $10 on what I just revealed to you there. So an incredible amount of value in this haul, and really happy. And I think I had the right approach today. I knew I wanted to get value at Mill Geek. I knew I wanted to pick up some big books at Bell Kirk, and then see what we could pick up at Subspace at the very end. Just wanted to be cognizant of what was in their back issue bin, so we dug there. And we got one book. So we'll start with the first book we got at Bell Kirk. And, this has been a very sort of lonely summer for me. I'm at home a lot because my family's in Japan. My wife and kid are in Tokyo. They're having a great time, and I really see my son flourishing there with all the family and friends and the outpouring of love from his community in Japan. And it just makes me happy. So, but at the same time, like, I don't get to partake in that and experience that because of work, and also because of our financial situation, which is fine. Again, I've given myself this project in the summer to compensate for that lack of family time, but they're coming back in September, so I'll be looking forward to that, and then comics will take a back seat to family. But I do want to kind of pour my all my efforts into this summer with my hobby, and it's been so much fun. And as you can see with this $10 25 book haul that I just picked up, um, I'm having fun, and we're picking up great books, books that really mean a lot to me in my collecting back in the day, and books of value to me. So, with that all that said, we're going to now shift our focus to Belkirk Coin and Stamp, and this is my LCS. This is again the old guy that works there. He's the owner. He and I have had not so I just my last couple of visits there. It just felt like I wasn't welcome in the store. Like I was um, kind of being a nuisance of some kind. He just acted like I was annoying him. And then when it got down to like when I was buying books on multiple occasions, uh, he just never kind of budged on prices or gave a discount or any of that. So that was a very discouraging, but I didn't give up on my LCS. And today I went in, I smiled. I was very pleasant. He was pleasant. He smiled. And again, he gave me a little bit of a discount. So I feel like we're making progress. And he definitely knows who I am now. He kind of like, because I said to him, good to see you. And he said, good to see you again, and all that. So we're, I think, gonna be good. I think we're gonna be good. Um, and I think, he seems like a very nice guy. And we talked about GI Joe, so I asked him if he had GI Joe #1, and he said no, but we get GI Joe books in all the time. Shall I keep an eye out for it? And I said yes, and he said okay, I'll keep an eye out for you, because he knows I'm popping up there every 1 or 2 weeks. So I think I think we kind of both understand that this could be a mutually beneficial kind of relationship. Um, with that being said, I'm going to show you what I picked up there. I picked up 3 books for $35. This we spent a lot here, $35, but and not a lot of value or volume. Um, but we picked up some big books. So the first book we picked up, and we'll get to. Well, let me tell the story. First of all, I am a big Smallville fan. I think we touched upon Smallville maybe in my last video. I'll just reveal what I picked up. Smallville #1. This is the ongoing series. This I got for $4. I recently checked out Smallville season 2 from the library, watched the entire season, and it got me back into Smallville. I love Smallville. It was one of the best Superman series of all time, in my opinion. At least the first couple of seasons, when Clark and Lana, that storyline was getting old by season 3, 4, but once it angled to like the point of no return, and they kind of wrote her off the show, I kind of stopped watching it after like season 5 or so. But up to season 5, it was really just the best television show on at the time, and I loved watching it. Even though I wasn't collecting comic books, I loved watching it because I loved Kristen Crook. It was a great cast, but Kristen Crook is what kept me coming back week after week. She is just so talented and beautiful, and just played the girl next door to perfection. And yeah, she's just looking extra like young, and she's I think 19 when they in season 1, right? She's 19 right there. Just they're all so young, and this is kind of what makes their careers here. And the thing is, like, if you go, there's on YouTube, Michael Rosenbaum and Tom Welling, the guys who played Lex Luthor and Clark on the show, they currently are doing a podcast where they revisit episodes, and I think they're on season 3, episode 3. And it's great to watch, kind of revisit the episodes and get their like backstories. And they have Kristen Crook on. They have Erica Durance, who played Lois, on. They bring back, I think they interviewed the girl who played uh, Kara Zor-El as well, Supergirl in the series. So it's just a very entertaining uh, supplement to Smallville. And so I've been watching all of this content and just really having this sort of like jonesing for more Smallville stuff. Was fortunate enough to run into this today, so I feel really blessed. Um, the next thing we picked up is the first Jack Kirby Superman. Kirby is here. Superman's ex-pal, the new Jimmy Olsen. This is a Jack Kirby cover. I think this is his first work on this run. Maybe his first Superman. I'm not sure, but if it is, that's why we bought it. This is definitely like a mid-grade copy. I'd put it at the VG. Uh, I'd put it at a VG, maybe a VG minus. It's just got some minor spine issues. Got a corner crease. The back's got some creases and a lot of dinge. But yeah. Superman's ex-pal, Jimmy Olsen. Sorry, Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen. This is a Jack Kirby cover. Um, Amazing piece of work, and it's a key book because it's the first appearance of these guys, these biker guys from Apocalypse, and that's where Darkseid's from, and um, yeah, that's why it's key. But for me, it's the artwork and just a great Superman book. All right, this next one. So we paid $10 for this one. $10. Not bad for, I think, for that. This one was 22. We paid $22 for this, and this is high grade. I would put this easily at an 8.5. This is something we may send into CGC. It's that good, and that is Justice League of America, 138. It's this Adam Strange Justice League Neil Adams cover there. Newsstand copy. Just beautiful. And it's, again, high grade. I would put it at a 9.0. I mean, yeah. It's 8.5 for sure. 9, possibly 9.2. Maybe even higher. I mean, just look at this back cover, how beautiful it looks. It's just absolutely flawless. So really, to pick up high grade Neil Adams from the Bronze Age is just, I mean, that's like gold. That's gold right there. So for $22, we picked it up. Again, $36, 3 books. Very happy with these pickups. This was the book of the haul from this $35 pickup. This one, $22. I felt it was worth it. Again, high grade copy there, in the nines. Definitely worth considering slapping. All right, so this was our last pickup from Subspace Comics, and again, we felt obligated to get something there. They don't have a lot of value. They don't have a lot of new inventory. They do have GI Joe #1, the direct edition. They're selling for $150, but I want the newsstand, so we didn't want to pick that, and we didn't have money, so we couldn't pick that up. I had $20, and I felt obligated to pick something up, so we just looked all over. They had this signed Art Adams book for $10. It was a Wildcats Art Adams book for 10, and I thought, But then I ran across this one, and I thought, yeah, let's just splurge, let's just splurge the 20 on this book because it's a beautiful book, and that's Batman Fortnite 0.3. This is the Jim Lee GI Joe Snake Eyes Batman variant cover as a Jim Lee goodness right there. Got this for $20. Now I think I might have overpaid for it, but I still feel good about it because um, it's a beautiful, and I just love the what it's proposing, right? Snake Eyes versus the Dark Knight. Come on, you know you'd want to see that battle. Who'd win that battle? My money's on Snake Eyes. My money's on Snake Eyes. So that is the haul. Okay, so we're through the haul now. Let me know what you guys think of the haul. What your favorite book was. What your favorite, where you think I got the most value, or just let me know. All right. What to open first? I think we're gonna open this one first. Okay. So like I said, I was kind of waiting for pay period, but I didn't let that stop me from picking up stuff on eBay if it was the price was within reason, because I knew, okay, we could, whatever purchases we made, we just wanted to be our paycheck to cover it, and we remained in that threshold. I think I spent $50 in all on eBay purchases, somewhere around there, which is not bad. So, and this is the thing, like, when you are jonesing for certain things, like I've been doing, and I use jonesing in the context of like addiction, really, because I feel like at some level this is a mental addiction, that comic books are a mental addiction that might not be the healthiest thing. But this person, I knew this was going to end up coming like this, but hopefully the condition is not too bad. So as I was mentioning, I was jonesing for Smallville stuff because of all the content I was viewing, on YouTube, and this packaging is horrible. But if this is a magazine, so it's why it is what it is. I try to put it in something more secure. This is Smallville, the magazine. I think this came out in like March of 2005. This was like right in the heart of like season 2, season 3, right around there. Maybe season 4. Maybe this was like kicking off season 4. But you got all some names here associated with the series. Annette O'Toole, she played Clark's mom. Mrs. Kent. We have Jeff Loeb. He was a writer so this is something I get Jeff Loeb to sign when I see him at Rose City Comic Con. These are just a lot of things, options with this magazine. Of course, we want to get Kristen Crook to sign it someday, but this magazine I had to have. We paid, I think, $12 for this one, with shipping and everything. So $12 for that magazine, Smallville magazine. Absolutely love it. I might just put it in with my other book there, or maybe it'll fit in the top loader. We'll see. All right, this next one is also related to the jonesing of Smallville stuff on eBay, and I picked this one up because it was yeah, thank you. Oh, they sent it in a nice little top loader with a COA Kristen Crook autographed 8x10 photo, date 7/31/23. We've got this signed copy photograph of Kristen Crook. It's yellowing on the edges of the plastic, but I think the photo is fine. Um, I just, I just, again, she's just, uh, yeah. She, I believe, is, she's biracial, or she has a biracial mother. I think her mother was biracial, so she has like a quarter, maybe Chinese uh, heritage in her. Um, which like I think she would have been better off playing Lois, in my opinion. Um, I think she would have made a great Lois. But I'm so happy. Hey, Sleepy, what's up? How you doing? I'm going over some things I picked up. Um, but I'm so glad she played Lana Lang, and I'm glad Lana was one of the main characters in this Smallville. I mean, that's essentially, like you go back to Superboy, the Golden Age Superboys. It's all about Clark Kent growing up on the farm. Lana is of course the his friend and sort of first love interest, I guess. And so when they did this in a dramatic uh, take on it on television, they kept the essence of that relationship there in the series. So that's what I loved about it. It was true to the comic book. There was a lot of thought put into the dynamics of the characters and the origin of how Clark comes to learn of his past and eventually becomes Superman. And so it was a great series. Loved it. And again, I just got this was available. I sent an offer, I think, for $19 for this. They accepted. I think it was a couple like $5 to ship. So all in all, this was like around $26 with tax and shipping. Um, yeah, Erica Durance. I love Durance. She played a very funny. I think, to be honest, I think Durance would have made a better Lana Lang. I think Lana Lang, that playful, joking kind of that fits more in with how Lana Lang in the comics played out, and this sort of like traumatized, doe-eyed, like perfect girl next door, um, which Crook played was great, but that wasn't. I feel like that wasn't necessarily Lana Lang as a character from the comics. But it worked for the series, so it drove a lot of the drama between the two characters. Um, but yeah, I think Erica might have played a better Lana, just from a physical standpoint because of the red hair and all that. And I think physically, Lana would. I mean, sorry, Lana. Kristen would have played a better Lois, if that makes any sense. But just happy to have this, along with the magazine. Just very happy for all that. Okay, now to the big unboxing. Um, and we're just going to open it up. I mean, I don't want to set it up. For those of you who have been following my channel, you should know what this book is, okay? If you've been following me and you've been keeping up with current events as to what book I submitted this summer to CGC, well, then the contents of this box will not surprise you. For those of you who are just, popping in, checking out for the first time, give me a like and subscribe, and tell me what you liked about this video. So if you want more of it, what you'd like to see, just kind of getting me an idea. All right. Man, CGC boxes are getting a little bit tough to open these days. All right, there we go. All right. Well, I'm going to reuse this. This is a good box. All right. We got one book, one slab. We know what it is. And just get to it. We got our CGC signature book back in this is the grade we had it in. We I basically cracked the slab at SummerCon. This was SummerCon was almost a month ago, over a month ago, and we have the book back now. So this was signed and sketched by Larry at SummerCon, and I don't know if you can catch. So it's not only signed. I'll show you here. It's signed by Larry, and it's also sketched by Larry. So this is a signed and sketched cover by Larry. And there's the signature. And you have to look real close for the Arashikage symbol right there. He wrote it in red pen. It's very faint, but it's there, and that's why it's a sketch. So it's Larry Hama with the Arashikage tattoo. This is Storm Shadow's tattoo for the first appearance of Storm Shadow, and it's the silent issue. So, woo! It is a big book. Oh man, this is ultimate, kind of what we worked up to this summer. And when I look back at this summer, I think this will be, the Golden Age book is probably the biggest. The Superboy, the first Lana Lang, is probably the biggest pickup this summer. I think this has to be bigger because I got to meet my idol, and he signed my favorite comic book of all time, and he sketched it. And this is my copy. This will be my copy forever. So this is definitely like the highlight. So just awesome that I could share it with you guys. Yes, Hama signature. We got Hama sketch as well. Sketch of the Arashikage tattoo. What's up, Kenneth? How you guys doing? Right. It's just, man, I just love the placement of the signature, the sketch. It's just everything. Man, it's just everything I could want from that. That experience, meeting Larry Hama, was the best thing to happen this year. And then getting this book back is just an extension of that. Absolutely love the result on this. So signed and sketched by Larry Hama. And the sketch, I know you can't see it well there, but he sketched the Arashikage tattoo symbol, the Storm Shadows symbol. And if you go back and watch my SummerCon review video, or just kind of wrap up video, I have a brief conversation where Larry goes over what these symbols mean and where these symbols come from. It comes from this Buddhist tradition of fortune telling, and it was fascinating. Me being Asian, my wife knows of this. She knows of the fortune telling, but like the books and all that. I kind of have, knowledge of it just at a very kind of basic level. But the way Larry kind of described and integrated, he made the connection that this was from those like fortune telling books. Um, I was just very, it was an eye opening piece of information, and I think that's very interesting. Um, and so I take that connection with Larry and his intention with this symbol, the meaning of this symbol, to be a really, like, that's what I'll always remember. Larry just taking the time to explain the backstory behind these symbols, the history, the real history, the real sort of real world where these applications come from, and how he integrated it into the story of Storm Shadow. Um, so I just thought that was awesome. I am just going to put this up here so you guys can enjoy staring at it and looking at it. That will be its new home right there. The silent issue. Whew. So, that was a big book. So yeah, just a lot of stuff that we picked up this summer, and that's it. I mean, I'm gonna go quiet again for a little bit because I am wanting to save up money from this paycheck on. So we're gonna take a little break from spending. Gonna try to stay off eBay and all that. Although I do have a couple more stuff, couple more items coming from eBay, um, that are related to the small Superman and Smallville stuff. But that was cool. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out, guys. Let me know what your favorite pickup is, or whether you like Smallville. I think the people that enjoy my content, they know I like Superman. I think they like my interesting takes on it. So if you, I'm assuming a lot of you out there also love Superman, appreciate Superman like I do. And if you're a fan of the Smallville show, let me know, because that's sort of where, like, I'm just watching these videos, these interviews with like Erica Durance. Michael Rosenbaum is has created a great YouTube channel. They're podcasting. They're doing a lot of stuff. They're selling merch. They're doing exclusive Patreon stuff where you can subscribe and get exclusive, like, you know giveaways and stuff. So that's pretty cool. I'm probably gonna just make dinner now and relax. Maybe catch the Angels Mariners game. Uh, get dinner and then just chillax. So thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Let me know of what you think of my haul, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Otaku out.